Thank you to Tree. I was a hot Ottawa voice 10 years ago, so it feels very gratifying to be here now. And so thank you to Ben and Scott and to Natalie, who I don't know if she's here today, or Eleanor, who I've never met, but thank you to all of them for hosting me. Happy Goat is a really lovely place. What a strong open set. I really enjoyed that. And Teresa, I don't know where you are, but it's a real pleasure to read with you. A BP Nickel Chapwick Award winner, not to give away the cool bio. Okay, so the book, it's called Book of Annotations. It was published last year by the fine Invisible Publishing out of Picton, Halifax. It's a book of very, very small poems and some smaller ones. So I'll read some of that. I have some new work. I have a couple things that aren't mine. And we'll see how this goes. So the epigram comes from Robin Blazer. One needs only to notice how much of it is common experience and also something regained rather than an invention. Acquisition. We begin so literally, and then open and open. We begin, then begin, and open. We open and begin, then open. Bleed. In the room, sound from outside the room. In silence, the room, and silence. This is unapologetically my favorite poem in the book. I've read it every single time I've read from the book, so I'm sorry if you're hearing this for who knows how many times now if you're an Ottawa person. So this is called Dissertation. And it's a list of typos I found while I was editing my dissertation. Dissertation. Works, hissatries, amterials, ripture, somethwhere, farver, hand-stampled, sungular, rubbert, modest, insistating, butene, canadina, subsequently, wheatlets, contemporary, insteading, identifying, himselves, ex-ermental, amphera, relevant. Stay. All afternoon while we talk among the potted vegetables, the storm does not begin. Dirt. Later, a thing grew. Another collapsed. Take it back. Take it back. Ritual recalls use. Installation found. Please don't touch the rocks. They will fall. They will fall. They are only balanced. Gravitational. We have energy before we fall. We have potential. We satellites, we bright advance. We can move. We might. Field. Each edge cites another. Each edge cites another. So the middle section of the book is all erasure. So I found very small poems and I tried to make them even smaller. So after all the typos, this is my favorite in the book. Emily Dickinson, hope is the thing with feathers. The thing without words could hear the strangest ever in extremity. HD Moonrise. Your head, the note, a song, the measure, the trees. Gertrude Stein, a red hat. Ordinarily, everything is there, so stretched out. Lorraine Niedeker from Lake Superior. In every part, every once. D.H. Lawrence, green. The sky, the sun, the moon opened for the first time, for the first time. Amy Lowell, Fugitive. Out of these, a world, a brittle endurance. T.E. Hulme, Above the Dock. The quiet seems so far away after. Nelson Ball, With Issa. Little bits of air I can sit with. And Denise Levertov, Not to Have. There as seed ends the last of it. I'm gonna have a drink now. Ben mentioned the book table. It really is an adorable book table, and I think it's worth seeing on its own regardless of the books that are on the book table. So venture to the front of the room. I don't know if there's another break, but there's not another break. After you've listened to Teresa, come to the front and check out this table. On it, you'll find the collected poems of William Hawkins. Bill died in 2016, July 2016, but in the last 5 years of his life, I had the great privilege of working to edit this book. So now when I have a chance to read, I'm reading some of Bill's poems. You can visit him on Poets Hill in Beechwood Cemetery, among all of those respectable people. For some reason, they let Bill in there. It's postage stamps from 1961-ish. Now in my 21st year, brick vaults function against me. O Loom Tazark and Blip Foo, I think it's the end, people, and I must say something or do something. So I run through it all, down the mall and Bank Street too, my head covered with postage stamps, crying, mail me, mail me. And the crazy people ask, and where, Billy, and where? And I say, oh, anywhere. Bill was in Ottawa. Anywhere, right? King Kong meets Allen Ginsberg, which happened in 1963, the UBC Summer Poetry Conference. Bill was King Kong. Allen, the universe is tired of me. I've seen it in dreams, and me so young, all finished my cosmic games. Love your mother, he said, it doesn't matter, God will come. Hiding in the university's holly bushes, my fear the reason, I said, that bush hurt me. I don't understand about love, what about cops? Love it, it won't hurt you anymore, very much. Cops are no more. Love them, don't hurt people. I left him then, preaching love to the holly leaves, who, bristling, waited patiently his first embrace. And Memories Memorial, this is from 2008, the second last poem Bill completed before he died. I am old, I am fat, and I am poor, and all of that. But I remember the day. I have pain to keep me careful in these constant, horrible times. But I remember the day. Strobe lights flashing, beat of the music increasing as we laughed the time away. Sure, I remember the day. With miniskirts worn by young flirts who danced their blues away. Oh yes, fuck, oh dear. I remember those days. Bill. Pass it down. Bill deserves it. All right, some new things. I wrote that book somehow over 10 years, and I thought I should write a book that has more words, and it keeps getting smaller. And anyway, I could read about 90 poems in the time I have. So here's a few of the new ones, a few dozen of the new ones, I think. That's what we're about to do. River Sweet, Alexander Bridge. Summer. On and on, going on. Fall. Going, goes slowly, doesn't. Winter. The river still is still. Spring. Open water, opens, closes, opens. Spring lecture series. This is the optimistic part of the night. Lecture on continuity. Between winter and spring, winter and spring and winter. Lecture on outcomes. After 4 hours cleaning the house, we sit outside. Lecture on nothing. Windows sweat. I can hear the birds not on our feeder. No. It's not there. Lecture on dialogue. A bird we know the name of, and a bird we don't, sing with each other. Lecture on stillness. New grass steeps. Lecture on memory. We build a garden framed by brick from the demolished part of the house. And lecture on inevitability. Anyway, spring arrived, releasing everyone. All right, one more new one. I'm doing a thing with a typewriter, and again, it's hard to read from, but I'm going to try this one. It's called Exercises in Touch Typing. It's one piece from the sequence, and I'm doing these exercises from an 1890 typewriter manual. It's a best-selling manual by Lovisa Bullard Barnes, and some of them are very straightforward, you know, like it's suffixes and prefixes, like things you need to learn, and then others are these like insane internal monologues. And it just makes me so happy to think of like tens of thousands of Americans sitting down and very earnestly trying to do this in like 1892. So, exercise 4. I see you are here. Do I not see that you are here? Have you been here a long time? You say that you have been here a long time. How long will you be here at this time? I hope you will be here a long time. How did I hear that you would be here? They told me that you would be here at this time. Have you been to see them? Do you think you will go to see them? I think I will go to see them soon. When did you hear from them? Let us hear from you soon. May we not hear from you soon? Will you say when we may hear from you? When did you say that we could hear from you? If he saw them, he will say so. I think he saw them when they were here. We will hear from him if he saw them. When he came, they had not gone. When he came, they had been gone a long time. He told me that they had gone too soon. They have done well since they have been here. They have not done well since they have been here. Did you not say that they had done much good there? They might do much more good now. We hope they will do as much good as they can at this time. We thank them for the good they have done for us. They did some good then. They must have our thanks. We shall give them our thanks. We must thank them for those goods they sent us. I think you would thank them. If you do not send them their goods now, when will you send them? I do not see how you can think so when you see the good they have done. I might have done as well as they did. How long is it since they came here? It is a long time since they came. We would say much more if we had the time. When we saw them there, we told them how much and how well you have done. If you think well of it, they will send you these goods. He told you that we would send the goods there. He told them that those were given to him. I think these are theirs. I will thank them for you when I see them. I have told them that you think he has done well. I'm just baffled by it. All right. Just a little bit more for me. I don't think I've ever read this section of the book, so at least as a whole unit, so I'm going to try to do that. Admissions. Whatever is known, we cannot agree. If little or nothing can be said, little or nothing will be said. Horizon. The sun, a stone, a hinge. Unspoken. This part of the city is not my part of the city. There are words I could love if we met. Dog-ear cento. Series of ellipses asking to be lovely. In their encounter, a bright struggle. Series of ellipses. In their encounter, asking to be a bright, lovely struggle. Triptych. 1. We can sit without knowing, and it's okay, sometimes, against your heart. Happiness, a little pressure. 2. We bought a feeder. The nuthatch comes each morning, and now I want only to write birds and flight and birds. 3. We can sit, and it's okay, and now, against your heart, happiness and birds and clean sound pressure. First movement. In near unison, the choir turns to page 1. Vanishing points. We frame a single childhood photo. Consider every possible distance. Telegram. Your constellation will arrive in spring to flood the gutters. Stop. A resounding absence where the snow is not falling. Stop. At the bottom of the sky, the weather is very small. Stop. Refrain. It was very quiet. It was very quiet. You're the quietest crowd. That's just astounding. Okay, so before I finish, I want to say thank you to Tree. It really, it's a privilege to read in such a venerable series, such a long standing. What, second oldest in Canada? Is that what the official story is? Anyway.
Well, we claim to be the oldest, but we might only be the second oldest.
Oh, okay. Well, a very old reading series, and it's lovely, and Ottawa's lucky to have it here. And thank you all for listening, and thank you once again, open mic readers, and Teresa, I can't wait to hear you. And I have, by the way, you need to sign your chapbook for me before you leave. These things get forgotten, so I thought while I had the mic, I would tell everyone. All right, a few more. April. You are asleep on me, the cat on you. I'm thinking of the red cardinal, the hollow snow pile. How rest is sovereign, the way we thaw and recover 90 million miles from the source. Velocity. Light, through light, through light, for a while, occupies the room. Be good. We are slight, be good. Ones. Ones and ones. and ones of one thing. One day, one more. And the last one, errata. This is a found poem. Page 61. Read excerpts and mistakes. Page 47, delete last line. Page 11, read what pained me greatly. Page 82, last 3 lines should be deleted. Thank you very much.